Yarny.
Hello, welcome to another Yarny video. In this tutorial, the focus is to teach you how to make these friendship bracelets. They're actually nice to be stacked together, just like I'm wearing, or you can definitely separate them and give one to your best friend. You won't need to know anything specific to make these bracelets. It's starting with a slip knot and chain, but otherwise I'll show everything in this video. So when I remove them, I also have an adjustable clasp here that I'll also show you how to do in this video. For the yarn, I'm using a lightweight DK worsted yarn. I really like this brand called Muscat Drops Mercerized Cotton. This is actually really nice to make bracelets or bookmark because they have so many different colors if you're able to find them. And the yarn, they are a little bit shiny, which is perfect for a bracelet. For the crochet hook, I'll be using this 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. Then you'll need definitely some scissors to cut the yarn and a little yarn needle just to sew in the ends after we're doing the adjustable clasps. So the starting point here is to do a slip knot and then we will chain. So the slip knot, leave a little tail here, maybe 6 inches, because we're going to use this as the adjustable clasp. And then for the slip knot, you just roll the working yarn, which is the side that's attached to your ball of yarn, around your index finger like this, and you bring it on top of the tail end. So this is my tail end. Then you take the tail end, wrap it around your finger, just like this. So you will hold the yarn like this and bring the back loop forward, which will give you your slip knot. Now you take your crochet hook, you insert in the loop, you can tighten the slip knot, and basically now what we're going to do is chain 6. So chain 6, wrapping the yarn around your hook, pull the yarn through the loop on the hook, that's chain 1, and then chain 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you definitely don't want your chains to be too tight. Now the next step, we're basically starting to do these half shells. So every piece here is basically a half shell that we're going to work on. So to do the half shell, we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook and then we will skip the first chain. So basically the loop on the hook here doesn't count as a chain. So the first chain is this one here and we're going to skip it. So wrap the yarn around your hook and you're inserting your hook in the second chain from the hook like this, and then you wrap the yarn around your hook to pull it back through the chain, and then you have 3 loops on your hook. Now wrap the yarn around your hook, insert your hook in the following chain, so the next chain, and then wrap the yarn around your hook to pull it back through the chain. So you see how we're adding loops. This is what we're going to do all the way until the end here. So wrap the yarn around your hook to insert in the next chain again. Then wrap the yarn around your hook to pull it back through the chain. So now we just worked on the 3rd chain from the hook. We have the 4th chain from the hook and the last chain from the hook left. So wrap the yarn around your hook, insert in the 4th chain from the hook. Then wrap the yarn around your hook to pull it back through the chain. And then wrap the yarn around your hook to insert in the last, I guess the 5th chain from the hook. And then wrap the yarn around your hook to pull it back through. And now you have multiple loops on your hook. And the goal here is to wrap the yarn around your hook to pull the yarn through all of these loops. Now this might be a little difficult. It's definitely easier if you have a yarn that won't be splitting. But if you have difficulty, just wiggle your hook slowly under each of the loops. So just be patient here and go slowly. And then once it's through, this is how you make a half shell. So then now you wrap the yarn around your hook to pull it through the loop on your hook like this, and this will kind of like secure the shape of the half shell like this. And we will move on to work on the next half shell. So the next half shell, we're going to chain 5. So every half shell moving forward, we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we are going to again wrap the yarn around our hook and insert our hook into each of the next chains by skipping the first chain from the hook. So we're going to do this 5 times, and I'll start with my first one, wrapping the yarn around my hook, inserting the chain in the inserting my hook in the second chain from the hook, and then wrapping the yarn, pull through, then wrap the yarn, insert in the third chain from the hook, wrap the yarn, pull through, then wrap my yarn, insert in the fourth chain from the hook, then wrap my yarn, pull through, then wrap my yarn, insert in the fifth chain from hook, wrap my yarn, pull through, and then this last one, we're going to do it. Basically, it's the connection between this last half shell. You're going to see a very small chain here. This will be the last one that we're going to do. So wrap the yarn around your hook, insert your hook inside this little connection chain here, and then wrap the yarn around your hook, pull through. Now again, we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook to pull it through all of the loops. So like I mentioned, just be patient here, do it slowly. And now we're going to wrap the yarn around your hook to pull it through the loop on the hook to secure this half shell. And basically, naturally, the half shells will be on opposite, kind of twisting and be on opposite side, which will make this nice looking bracelet here. And essentially we're just going to keep adding the half shells until it's enough to wrap around our wrist. For my wrist, if I do 10 half shells, that's pretty much enough. So let's work on our next one. So chain 5, like I mentioned, every half shell moving forward, you're going to chain 5 in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And don't forget that you definitely don't want your stitches to be too tight if you want to be able to pull your yarn through all of the loops on your hook. So now I'm ready to create those loops. So wrap the yarn around my hook, insert in the second chain from the hook, pull through, and then wrap the yarn, insert in the third chain from the hook, pull through, wrap the yarn, insert in the fourth chain from the hook, pull through, wrap the yarn and insert in the fifth chain from the hook, and then wrap the yarn, insert in that connection to the last shell. So the last little chain here, and then pull through. So if you want to have an idea, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 loops on my hook. Now I'm ready to wrap the yarn around my hook to pull it through all 11 loops. This is definitely a labor of love and patience. And now wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it through the loop to secure the half shell. And we're ready to move on to the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to build our loops into the second chain from the hook, third chain from the hook, pull through. Now fourth chain from the hook, pull through, fifth chain from the hook, pull through, and the last one, which is the connection chain. And by the way, the reason why your shells are twisting is because when at some point you're going to feel uncomfortable holding your shells like this in order to insert your hook into that connecting chain from the last shell. That's why you're basically flipping it, which will make it easier for you to insert your hook in that connecting chain. And then this will basically create the twisting effect. So we're ready to again pull the yarn through all the loops. The trick also which helps is to definitely not have too much tension. So not too much tension, stitches not too tight. So I'm at 4 half shells. I'll simply keep going to make 10, and I'll see you back here to do the adjustable clasp. So I've just completed my 10 half shells, and now I'm about to do my last chain to secure the half shell like this. And after you've reached enough half shells to do your entire wrist, what you're going to do is just chain 1 again, so to secure this last portion. And you can cut your yarn. So you can cut maybe a 6-inch tail and then just pull on the yarn, and then your bracelet is basically done. Now the next step is to do the adjustable clasp, and you will basically place your bracelet like this, and then you will cut a piece of yarn of the same color as the bracelet, and then I'll just teach you how to do the adjustable clasp. For you to visually see it better, I'll use a yarn of a different color. So let me use a pink yarn so you can see it very clearly. So to do the adjustable clasp, you will insert this pink piece of yarn here, which will be the color of your bracelet for you and not pink. So under the 2 strands of your bracelet like this. Now on the left side, we're going to do a little circle like this and bringing the tail on top of your bracelet. Now on this side, on the right side here, you're going to take the tail and put it on top of this, and then bring this portion under the bracelet and in the loop here. Now you're going to tighten both strands, and this is one link of the adjustable clasp. Now you can just push it upwards, and now we're going to do the same thing but on the other side, because we want to alternate left, right, left, right. Now on the right side, we're doing our round shape, and then from the left side here, we're going to put this tail on top of this yarn under the bracelet, bringing it in the loop like this. Now you pull on each tails. So pulling on the tails will give you your second link. Now we're back to the left side doing this circle here, and then bringing this tail on top of this pink, but under the bracelet in the middle here, and then pull like this. Now on this side, right side, we're doing this circle shape. Use the tail on the left side on top of the pink, but under the bracelet, bringing it in the loop here, and then you pull. Definitely easier if you have 4 hands, but we will do with what we have, right? Now you basically have 4 links. So you can continue as much as you want. Usually I like to do about 6 to 8 links, just alternating left, right. So just keep going. And then once you're done, however many links you want, like if I want to show you, for example, I like it to be actually longer. So this is about 6 to 8 links. So once you're done, all you need to do is simply take a yarn needle, and once you're done your last link, I like to do a knot to just secure everything. And then after that, I just use my yarn needle, and basically I kind of weave in the ends a little bit inside the clasp. So just like on the sides here, so that it doesn't unravel. Another trick is if you have nail polish, you can definitely cut, after cutting the yarn, you can just use the nail polish and brush it on top of the clasp so that it secures. So just do a little back and forth with the yarn needle here. Once you're satisfied, of course, you can cut it. And then I would basically do the same thing on the other side. And then once you've tightened the bracelet, you can feel free to cut the extra yarn length here, so that mine here is definitely shorter, and you can basically pull on it to adjust the size of your bracelet. And voila, so you have your stackable bracelet or friendship bracelet if you want to separate them and give one to your friend. Really hope you enjoyed this video and learned a lot. As always, please don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to our channel for all of our future content. Thank you for watching. See you soon.